All right, today we're going to be wrapping a Losi 12 scale Mustang. We're going to be giving it a Cartoon Network throwback scheme. First, we're gonna throw on the wheel well decals. These are a pretty simple step here. You're just gonna line it up with the bottom. They kind of just flow around the wheel well. You might need to adjust here or there. Try not to stretch the vinyl. It should just, once it's lined up, it should just fall right into place. Once you get it locked in, go around it, pressing all the seams. Make sure it rounds the corners nice. And again, these wraps do have a little bit of oversize, but it is important to get your starting pieces lined up correctly, because if you do not, as you go, you will start getting seams, and they will start getting bigger as you get across the whole body. Next up, we'll go to the deck lid. Again, line up with the window and the spoiler. You will have a little overhang, so it will protrude onto the window and spoiler a little bit. That's for trimming at the end. These sides, if lined up correctly, and should just again fall right into place. Working the vinyl into the different grooves and divots. Do the same on the right side. Side note, if you order the clear body, you do not actually need the wheel well graphic or the nose graphics. And actually, you probably don't even need most of this graphic here other than the deck lid. You can simply back the body with the base color you want painted. And then you can just apply the side graphics, the hood, the roof, and the trunk lid. Some parts of this wrap are mainly just to cover the factory paint jobs. All right, let's jump over to the greenhouse area. Again, you're just gonna line up everything, kind of eyeball it, let it float into place. You should not need to stretch anything. Once you get it lined up, everything is shaped to fall right into place. So it'll go right along the roof rail, and it may overhang a hair, but again, that's for trimming at the end. The post goes down, C-post will go down, should all fall right into place, beautifully as possible. Once that's down here, and jump over to the right side, do the same steps. It's gonna be almost identical to the left. It is a slightly different piece, but it's all the same fundamentals. Speaking of which, the Mustang, the Camaro, and the Toyota, the wrap templates are a little different, but again, they're pretty much the same concept. Jumping over to the roof, what I like to do is I like to line it up with the back window and let it fall into place. It should just barely touch the roof rails when they meet to the front, so you know you're in the right position. All right, then to start working this vinyl in, you'll work from the center out. That's gonna be your easiest way to get this in there with no seams, wrinkles, or bubbles. Up next, we got the hood. The hood is the most challenging part of this whole beast. So, you wanna line it up with the bottom of the windshield, and you'll see it all match up perfectly to the side pieces we put on earlier, and you want to work from the middle out. Patience is key here. You don't want to be stretching, pulling, tucking. You want everything to flow nice and work it in gently. When you get to the front of the hood, if needed, you also can apply a little heat. Do not go overboard. Just apply a little heat and roll the edges. This right here, if you're going to apply heat, this is the area you want to do it. Just a little kiss the heat and roll these edges down. It'll go in nice and smooth. No bottle capping, no wrinkles. Get a little bit, pull it back up, retie it with heat, and rework it. Gently, patiently is the name of the game. And voila! With a little bit of patience, a little bit of heat, and a little bit of work, this thing rolls on nice and perfect. No wrinkles, no bottle capping. Nice, crisp look. All right, let's shoot over to the side now. But the key to getting the sides on correctly is lining up the sides. You try going from the back or try going from the front, it's nearly impossible to get it right. So line it up from the door, make sure it fits nice and evenly, and goes right along the bottom trim. You'll work it to the back. Just be patient as you kind of make sure it fits you. As it goes, you'll kind of see how it's going to flow down. Again, don't stretch. If you have to lift, be careful and easy. Once you get it down, work all the edges just like all the other parts. There you go. Roll the top, get it nice and crisp. All these pieces will butt up nice and tight. Jump over to the front and this baby should just drop in place from there. See how there's no stretching. If it's lined up correctly, it will fall into place. Voila! And if you got a little overhang on the front, that's fine. Again, we'll be trimming at the end. Now we're gonna jump over to the right side, same old song and dance. Boom, 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 line it up on the sides, everything falls into place, roll the edges. Front should line up nice and tight, boom, 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 perfect. Now, for the front, you'll see an indentation where the headlights are. Your rest of your wrap should be pretty much lined up with that, if anything overhanging just a hair. The strip here, you line up right in place, slightly overwrapping the existing wrap. And again, should all just kind of fall right into place. You'll want to work it into the grooves once you get it to fall. Bingo! No gaps, no wrinkles, just perfect fitting. Now, the bottom part of the noses is indeed split into two pieces. This is for your pleasure. Again, line up with a slight overhang. They will fall right into place. Boom! Now we'll jump over to the left side and do the same steps. And then we go over to the back. The back is pretty straightforward. Line up the top with the bottom of the spoiler. Work it into place. From the top down, roll it in, go around the edges. Nice and smooth. And then we jump to the bottom of the back bumper. And that is much of the same. You're gonna line up your side edges with a little bit of overhang and just let it roll into place. Let me turn sideways for you. Ooh, perfect. Last step, throw some headlights on this bitch and it's done. This is the easiest part of the wrap. Take the headlights, line them up with the indentations. This one's pretty simple, folks. If you got this far in the install, this part is a breeze. Not much explanation needed. Take an X-Acto. I'm a psychopath, so I don't have one with a handle. I'm gonna use just a straight up blade. I'm just gonna go around trim. Make sure there's any overhangs. Make sure you get that trimmed off so doesn't catch on the track, get dirt under it, make your wrap start peeling up. So go around trim. If you see anything around the roof rails or windows that you want to trim up that all nice and tight. And that's it. That's how you wrap a Losi 12 scale. Again, this is the Mustang. The Camaro and the Camry are both pretty similar in process. Let us know what you think. We'd love to see the finished products, guys.